It's back. It's back. It's back! It's back again! Oh my god, this is like the third or fourth week in a row this is back? Kenny Answers, with a dog barking in the background, but you probably can't even hear it. But that's okay because I love dogs. Dogs are fantastic. And you know what else is fantastic? Kenny Answers. I've got questions from 6 different people here. 6 different people. This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. This is phenomenal. I can't even express in words how fantastic this is. Oh man, some familiar faces as well as some completely new people. This is like half and half. Half new people, half people from other weeks. This is fantastic. People from other weeks, keep on sending in those questions because I have got answers to your questions. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Question number 1. From a familiar face, XX Horror Icon XX. You're a good guy, Horror Icon. Holy shit, he sent in 5 questions. These are all pretty short questions, so I'll just answer them all in one shot. Eritash, it's different for you because you said like 19, but this guy's got 5, so. Alright, so, question number 1 from Horror Icon. Did or do you like Avatar? Can't say. I haven't seen it, nor do I plan on seeing it. Yeah. This is rather awkward. Let me erase the awkwardness with question number 2. Oh, this is a good question. What do you think of Eminem? The rapper Eminem. It's funny you should ask that. This hat right here. You know why I got this hat? 95% of the reason is because of the beautiful music video. In the beautiful music video, Eminem wears the Kangol cotton twill army cap. And I thought it looked really cool, so I got it. Now he wears the gray version and he wears, I think, the brown version in that video. I don't have the brown one yet, but I am planning on getting it sometime in the future. But for now, just the gray one's cool. So to answer your question, Horror Icon, I think Eminem is fantastic. He was the first ever person I listened to, the first ever hip-hop artist, I should say, that I listened to. He basically introduced me to the genre of hip-hop, of rap, whatever you want to call it. He's the first ever person I listened to. As a matter of fact, the first ever hip-hop song I listened to was The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. I thought that song was absolutely awesome. I looked up more of Eminem's stuff, and I became a big Eminem fan. He's my favorite rapper. I think he's in easily the top 5 of all time. I don't listen to much other hip hop artists. Eminem is pretty much the only guy I listen to. Although I do listen to some Kanye West. Though I'm not a huge fan of his stuff. So to answer your question, Horror Icon, I think Eminem is fantastic. I know you're a big fan of his as well, and so am I. So there's 2 things we have in common. We like to entertain people. We like Eminem. Me and you, we're common people. Who is your favorite horror icon? Like how you capitalize it to say your name. Playing with you. Who is your favorite horror icon? That's a very good question as well. Along with the, do you think that horror movies should be remade? Who's my favorite horror icon? Very good question. I have a couple of them. I don't have a number 1 favorite one because it's too difficult for me to pick one out of all of them. There's Leatherface, there's Jason Voorhees, there's Freddy Krueger, there's Chucky from Child's Play. Chucky is hilarious. He's so fucking funny. Jason, gotta give Jason a shout out. And you know what? I like Jigsaw too. I do consider Jigsaw a horror icon. What's his name? Tobin Bell portrays Jigsaw absolutely fantastically. That's a probably made up word. I don't give a shit because this show is for made up words. You know what? He portrays him fantastically. He does a phenomenal job of portraying Jigsaw, from the mannerisms to the voice. Tobin Bell's voice isn't actually like that. He actually modifies it a lot to make Jigsaw more emotional and more scary, and try to make it more calm. You know, like I'm doing right now. Like this is my normal voice, but this is my Jigsaw voice. So to answer your question, Horror Icon, I like Jigsaw. I like Jason. That was a really bad Jigsaw. I apologize. I couldn't resist. I like Jigsaw. I like Jason. I like Chucky. Freddy Krueger, he's okay. I'm not a huge fan of his though. Michael Myers is also nice. I like Michael Myers. That's pretty much it. Those are my top 4 or 5 that I would say. 2 more questions from Horror Icon. What is your favorite all-time kill in a horror franchise? Holy hell. That's a really good question. And a question that I'm not sure I can answer. What's my favorite one? But there's so many of them. There's so many to pick. Man. Well, I don't remember which movie it came from. It came from a Friday the 13th movie, but I don't remember which one. The guy is Kevin Bacon. I'm not sure who he portrays, but he's laying down in a bed, and then he's looking around his bed, and then he looks up, and all of a sudden somebody grabs his head, and something, I don't know what, but something comes up through his throat. You can see the blood squirting out like crazy. That is like such a simple, to-the-point kill that really gets the job done, you know? And of course, even though it's not really a kill per se, I have to give a shout out to the Saw bathroom. The Saw bathroom, in my opinion, has become an absolutely iconic horror surrounding. It is going to be remembered for years and years to come. It was a fantastic trap. It's a fantastic scenario. It's such a cruel way to die. I mean, you chain someone up by the ankle to a pipe. They can't move more than 3 or 4, 5, 6 inches, and then you shut off the light on them, and then you slam the door shut. They can't see a goddamn thing. They can't get any food. They can't get any water. They have to sit there until they die, and that's going to be an extremely slow and extremely excruciatingly long and painful death. I mean, could you imagine going so goddamn long without food or water? Do you realize how much your stomach would? Do you realize how sick you get? You'd be like freaking like throwing up or some shit like that, you know? It would be insane. So that, I have to give a shout out to that. Horror Icon caught me off guard. Like, I don't read these questions beforehand most of the time, and I did not read this one ahead of time. I guess you caught me off guard. This is a really good question, and I'm not sure which ones because there's so damn many of them. I just can't narrow it down to one. You know what I mean? So Horror Icon, I'll get back to you on that. And his last question: do you like Rambo? I think his name is John Rambo, portrayed by Sylvester Stallone. A couple of movies about him. I can't say I've seen any of them. I know that I have never seen a Rambo movie, but I do know something about Rambo because I see it a lot on Call of Duty message boards. People always saying that, you know, I pulled a Rambo. You know, Rambo is the one word that the people use to like say like run and gun in like a Call of Duty game. You just run, use your gun, you know. You use no precautions, no strategies. You just run across the map and shoot at people that you see. Now that has been described as Rambo. I've never seen a Rambo movie, so I'm not sure if that's the right way to describe Rambo. So to answer your question, Horror Icon, I don't know if I like Rambo or not. I do like running and gunning though, so I guess I could say I like Rambo. Horror Icon, thank you so much for the questions. You are a blessing in disguise. Send more. That sounded really wrong. Send more questions next week and the week after that. You are fantastic, Horror Icon. Thank you for the questions. So more questions from Aratashi, answering 6 more of his 19 questions. Not something I'm just saying. It's like holy, you just said like a whole essay. Favorite TV show, favorite TV station. I'll answer these right now. Favorite TV show? Like I said, I don't watch much TV. I like. This is going to sound probably boring to a lot of other people, but I like survival shows. People who have survived extraordinary circumstances. I Survived is one of them. I Survived ... is the name of the show. It's on Sunday nights on Bio. I love that show. No dramatizations, just straight up people explaining what happened to them, and that is very entertaining. So yeah, I don't watch much TV. I like sitcoms, like Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens. What else? I know I watch others, but I just can't remember them right now. 2.5 Men. I don't like Seinfeld. Hate Seinfeld. Seinfeld puts me to sleep. The show, not the guy, although I'm not a huge fan of the guy either. But yeah, I don't watch much TV, and when I do, it's usually a survival show like I Survived or I Shouldn't Be Alive. I like shows like that. And sitcoms. Basically, that's all I watch. Yeah. I don't watch much TV, so, you know, whatever. Favorite types of music? I like hip-hop. I like rock. Pretty much, I listen to almost anything, except heavy metal. I don't like heavy metal at all. I hate heavy metal. If it's metal like Metallica, that's okay. But their songs are like 8 minutes long though, and like 6 of those minutes is just music. I don't like that. I listen to pretty much any music except like heavy metal and girly stuff. You know, I'm not a huge fan of those songs. But yeah, I listen to pretty much anything. I'm very open when it comes to music. I'm very open. I'm very open-minded. I like almost all kinds of music.